Australia receives more in tax from beer than it does from gas. Make it make sense. Now, in a viral post last month, you might have seen Independent Senator David Pocock discuss this. So I just want to break down what this is all about, because he's just announced, now he's pushing for this, I'm going to read this. The Independent Senator for ACT is pushing for the establishment of a Senate committee to examine Australia's low revenue from the export of gas resources. And good on him, and we hope this gets approved. So it's going to go for vote on March 10. But let's talk about what happened during that viral post. So during the Senate estimates last month, the Treasury Deputy Secretary Shane Johnson basically admitted the following, that Australia will be set to receive in 2026 $2.7 billion from beer tax, whilst they're only going to get $1.5 billion from PRRT. Now, this isn't the first time this has happened. This is just ridiculous what's happening. In 2024, Aussies actually paid more than 4 times on HECS help repayment than companies did pay on gas. So it was $5.1 billion in loan repayments, student loan repayments, and $1.1 billion from PRRT. So excuse me while I do have some paper shuffling of all of the research I've done. Then in 2024, the Australian Institute Executive Director stated this: in Norway, they tax the fossil fuel industry and give kids free university education. In Australia, we subsidise the fossil fuel industry and charge kids a fortune to go to university. So if you're not angry yet, you need to get angry. This is ridiculous. So the petroleum resource rent tax, it was a tax that was introduced in 1988 to ensure Aussies benefited from the oil and gas that we collectively own. It was originally designed for oil extraction. These days, it principally applies to offshore gas fields. Now, this resource rent tax is 40% on the rents related to these natural resources. But the problem is, this only arises when they actually pull it out of the ground. But because it's so complicated, these gas companies have actually managed to rig it in their own favour. Wouldn't it be great if small business could do this? But no, only these multinational companies. So they legally use a formula that's estimated that only half of the rent ends up being taxed, because it appears to allow companies to understate how valuable the gas is whilst overstating the taxable element. Now, Norway is a country that does this better. So basically they get a lot more rent, tax from it, and they actually subsidise free university and childcare. So this is going to go up for debate on the 10th of March, this Senate estimate hearing. What he's proposing is a committee comprising of 6 senators, 2 from Labor, 2 from Coalition, 1 from the crossbench senator alongside himself as the chair.